Hi, thanks for joining us on this little video. I just want to give you a cheeky little peek inside so you can kind of see what it is you get when you sign up to the Conquer Food community. Now, what I want you to remember is that this weight loss, binge eating and food addiction program is completely different to pretty much everything you've seen in the past or everything you've experienced in the past. By design, we Paula and I, who put this program together, soon realized that all the fitness tips and myths and all that kind of stuff that's out there and all the advice that people give is missing one really important thing, and that is that it doesn't do anything to combat human nature. This program is designed to work with your human nature to help streamline your thinking and change the way that you approach different situations, and ultimately you're then going to make smarter food choices and start getting control of food in your life, fitness, start finding inspiration and motivation, all that kind of stuff. So this is a little peek inside the Conquer Food website, so inside the Conquer Food community. As you can see on the left hand side here where my little marker is, we've got all the different components of the program. So the Conquer Food, this is the Conquer Food course that you kind of work through, and each one of these little steps is part of the 12-step process to help you completely change the way that you are with food and all that kind of stuff. Let's take a little look inside one of these little programs. So this one is the first module, the Commit to Change. What we've got is we have a little bit of an introduction explaining what it is and why it's important, and also what aspect of the Conquer Food program, what layer or phase it belongs to. So we have 3 phases in the Conquer Food program, and we know that unless we change these 3 aspects of who we are and what we do, we don't get any change in life. The first phase is belief change. We have to change the things that we believe about ourselves. How many times have you said to somebody, "Oh, I've always been big," or "I can't lose weight," or "I've tried everything and I always end up worse off than I was, and this doesn't work for me," and all this kind of stuff, and these are all beliefs that we carry around as absolute beliefs. Like, nothing can change it. So we have to change this idea of who you think you are, and that's the belief change. The second phase is habit change. We are the sum of all the things that we have habitually done over the years, and we have to change our habits in order to get change on the outside of our body, whether it's image, whether it's our control of food, whether whatever it is, we need to change the habits. And then the third and final stage is life change. We have to change our lifestyle, maybe even the people around us. The way that we kind of interact with the world, our job and all this kind of stuff. All these things will affect your results and what you have right now. So they're the 3 phases. What you get with each course, you get a certain amount of course materials. So we have these little course material parts in the little course section, and then each one is broken down into small, easy to consume lessons, followed by a quiz just to make sure that you've taken everything on board and you completely understand what it is we've been teaching. Let's have a little look at some of the things that we do. So every aspect of the program has easy to follow worksheets and strategies and systems which will help you change the way that you are. So for example, this is our commitment framework, okay, which we call Pledge. This is what we get people to do on our residential program. When they start anything new, we get them to make a pledge, and here it is. And we've realized that every commitment involves 3 things. First of all, a thought. You have a thought about, "Oh, I want to do this from now on," or whatever. A decision. We go, "Right, I'm starting today. I'm starting first thing in the morning," or whatever it is. Okay, you have a decision. But the most important part is the act. You need to take an act. And so many people don't make commitment. They don't set commitment. They make promises. And a promise without an action, is really irrelevant. It's not going to help. So we then walk you through the process of creating a picture, letting go of something old, because if you're going to do something new, something old has usually got to get out of the way wherever it is. You know, we get you to elevate awareness of how you're acting right now, and awareness is key to everything. Do, the D, it stands for do, don't just say. So, you know, it's what action steps are you going to follow through on. G is get help. We encourage you to get help from your peers or from your coaches or whatever. And E is to continue and educate yourself to be better. So that's the pledge framework. You can see the kind of stuff that we do here. You know, it's quite clear, concise. You know exactly what you need to do. None of this sort of BS that you've had from other fitness professionals and weight loss coaches and all this kind of stuff. And then here we go. Here's a little the pledge framework worksheet, so you can literally see you've got 6 steps here. You start here on the left hand side of the paper, and you describe the best version of you. Ding, 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 ding. Put it in that little column there. You move on to the next one, and eventually you will end up with something like this, and you know exactly what you've got to do. You know exactly what comes next, and you know how you're going to change the things that are troubling you and causing friction in your life. So that's a little example of some of the frameworks that we've got. What we also have is other little resources that are aimed towards inspiring you and motivating you. And this is our little contract of commitment, which you will complete once you get in there, which seems a little bit, you know, kindergarten type stuff. But all these things, you know, they all serve to help motivate you and keep you accountable. And remember that, you know, awareness really is everything. And if we're listing 3 things to let go of immediately, we've got to be aware of what's troubling us and what's causing us issues. So, you know, you write it down, and then you know, 3 things that we'll immediately start to live by are, you know, we can become aware of that. So they're just some of the other little resources that we've got. If we have a look at one of the individual lessons, let's jump into this introduction here. As you can see, it's basically a video similar to the one we're watching. I'm just going to play it for a couple of seconds. Hey guys, welcome to the first part of the Conquer. So as you can see, it's very much like the video you're watching now, and they've got my little mug on the side there. Sometimes it's Paula and some of your other coaches. A little bit of it, an explanation, and then you get to mark it as complete. And whilst you're marking each module complete, in effect what you're doing, you know, you're working through this course, but you're also generating points, you're getting badges. If we just have a look at my achievements here, you know, you get these little badges where we're kind of gamifying what's going on, and we can track your progress, and you become more involved, and you also generate points, and these points will equate to money off either a residential weight loss course or food addiction course or fitness equipment, whatever it is, whatever we decide for that month or whatever, you know, you'll generate these points, and then you'll be able to redeem them against other stuff. So this stuff is going to, you know, this website is going to almost pay you to work through, because we believe that people that are working through and doing well, they need to get some recognition, and we like to reward good behavior instead of, you know, the people that are not doing so well getting all the attention. All right, we call it the squeaky wheel syndrome. You know, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Well, what happens? What about the other 3 that are working fine? Surely they should get a pat on the back and get, you know, get rewarded. So back to the Conquer Food part of the website. As you can see, basically walk through. Here's the 3 different levels: belief change, habit change, and life change. So you can see there's 4 steps in every one. Really, really simple to work through. What we're also adding currently is our food facts course, which is the foundational nutrition training that the guys get on our residential program. And remember, you know, people pay thousands to come and spend a week or up to a year with us and learn all these tips and advice, okay? And you get it all as part of your membership. And if you're watching this video, it means you're going to do a 30-day trial. So you could basically blast through all this and get it overnight and for free. Another thing we do, another important part of the website, is we hold live training. As you can see, we've got a little schedule there of our live training and what's going on, and then any live training replay goes in here. Okay, so you can basically click in. If I click on this one as an example, same again, little lesson. This one's about getting you unstuck. I'll play it for a couple of seconds. There's Paula, there's me. So then we walk you through, and basically, like I said, it's all geared towards getting you unstuck and answering your questions and making sure you fully understand the stuff that we're teaching. Like I said, we walk you through hand in hand. Then you've got a little profile page where you can update your little picture. You can see mine up here, and about you. And another really important part of this whole thing is your peers, the people around you who you soon realise are exactly the same as you. You know, you probably thought that you was kind of different to everybody else, and what we realise is that everybody's got something. You know, people you look out at the people going, "Oh, I wish I was normal." Well, what's normal? Because I've not met anybody that's normal yet. You know, we might try and look normal, we might try and look great, but everybody's got something. Even people you look at and you think, you know, and we've had celebrities and the Arabian royalty go through this program, and you kind of think, God, they've got everything in the world. What can possibly make them unhappy or whatever? But everybody's got something to work on. And there's a really powerful Facebook group where people help each other out. Nobody's judged. It's all about providing support, giving inspiration and motivation, and making you change, you know, and celebrating your wins along the way. We're very good at picking out the failures in our life. We're not so good at recognising wins. And this Facebook group is really, really important for that. And all your coaches are active in there as well, where they can kind of answer basic questions, and you know, we'll give you prior notice of any training that's coming up or any new modules that's released into the website. And then there's a frequently asked questions site, section, which is you can either ask questions about the website and any technical problems, or any one of the modules in the whole program. And at any time you're struggling, you can hit this contact course teacher button and then send me a message, and I'll work hard to make sure that you're on track and everything's clear and you know exactly what you're doing. So as you can see, it's a lot. It's a lot for next to no money. And the minute we're running an early bird pricing strategy at £47 a month for the whole year, and that's not including your 30-day free trial. And you might think, well, why is it so cheap? But I don't think it is cheap. I think it's perfectly affordable. We want to completely change the way that all this stuff is done. You know, we don't want to put a high-priced coaching program that's highly personal. We want to get it out to the masses, and you know, and we want it to be able to run alongside your gym membership or your weight loss support group membership or whatever. So you're not sort of thinking, well, which one do I give up? You know, we want to be able to do both. And as well as that, you can see that at the time of recording this, some of these modules are still to be done. Now we're banging out, you know, at least a module a week. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to be well through this, and then on to some additional resources and additional courses. But we're just getting started. You know, we've just launched this community, and we need to get people in there, and we want to really reward the early birds. So you've had a little look inside. If you've got any more questions, then you can send us a message by hitting the link in the description next to this video. Thank you.